Hey golfers, I'm Drew Mahowald of Second Swing Golf here at Second Swing Scottsdale, joined by Kate Smith-Stroh. Kate is here for, the LPGA event this week, the Ford Championship. And so nearby, the Second Swing store, she stopped in. It's a great time to do a little what's in the bag action. So,
Yeah.
Also, Kate, you were just fit at the PGA Coaching Center with Blaine. So a lot of this in the bag is a result of that fitting. So I guess start initially by going through and kind of just getting your take on the fitting, but also club fitting in general. Why is it important? Why are the viewers maybe watching this that haven't gotten totally fit, or maybe kind of think that's sort of an out there topic? Why is it important to get fit?
Yeah, I think it's important for every level of golfer because golf is just a hard game, and your equipment can make it a lot easier on you or a lot harder. So, based off your body and how you're swinging it, I mean, there's like a set out there for everybody. So even though it might cost more, it might take some time, like just makes like golfing so much more fun when you have, the right things to swing around the course. Yeah,
absolutely. So let's talk about the clubs in the bag. I think you kind of hinted off camera that you got maybe a new wand for the greens, so we'll end with that.
Okay.
We'll save the best for last, right?
Yeah.
So we'll start at the top of the bag. What do we got with the driver?
Yeah, we have TSR we got a new shaft. So the Tour AD graphite design. I had a hazardous before, just kind of was launching too low. So I've been picking up a lot of distance with the new shaft. Same head, so I've been really happy with it.
Yeah, and then we mentioned too, we did a separate video that the TSR3 that you're playing with that VF6, but the TSR3 is one of those club heads that we at Second Swing, those drivers are going to last a long time, going to be really good for a while. They're one of those designs that when someone comes into the fitting bay trying to upgrade from that, our fitters get a little scared thinking, well, I don't know if I can beat that driver with something newer. So definitely a good setup there. Now, moving into these other two head covers in your bag, a couple of Nebraska Cornhuskers head covers.
Yeah.
What do we have next down below the driver?
Yeah, so we have a 3-wood. This is still the my 3-wood. We'll see if we change to the 4-wood soon.
Sure.
Yeah, and then hybrid here. It's actually my only Callaway club in the bag, Apex, with I think an even flow.
Yep.
Honestly, don't know much about this shaft, but it's really reliable club. Kind of one of those things where it's 195 and a 205 club. It's been perfect for kind of what I need.
That Apex utility wood is another club that similar to the TSR driver, where thing is an absolute rocket. Again, if someone is looking for an upgrade in the hybrid department, or maybe it's this high lofted fairway wood department, and they have one of those in the bag, it's kind of like you might have the best thing already. So
good to hear. Good to hear.
Irons now. I know this was a big change for you compared to what you had been playing after that fitting with Blaine down in Texas. So talk to me about your iron set here. What's new?
So changed to, I had the T100S, which now they're calling the T150. I really love like the head shape. It's just like a little bit different. And then the shaft was kind of the big change, going to dynamic gold.
Yep.
I had AMTs for probably the last 5 or 6 years. I went from, I think, the reds to the whites, and been struggling with just like consistency of contact and launching too low with the whites. So these shafts have been really good improvement, and it'll give me a lot more confidence on the fairways.
Yeah, that's a great build out, and I know in the fitting, one piece was not only launching the ball a little bit higher with these shafts, but also I know you commented on the just physically swinging easier after several days of competition. So glad to see that that's the result with the DG
they've been great
here. So down to the wedges now. I'm seeing some kind of cool, unique, I guess, the coloring and the finishing on these things. So looks like Vokey. Talk to me about the wedges that you got here in the bag.
Yeah, so Blaine took me through that kind of personality test, wedge test, which was, I never been through that. And so still kept the loss the same, 54, 58. This was a big change with the 54. I went from a 12 grind to 10 grind. It was 12D to a 10S.
Oh, sure.
So I'm seeing like a lot better full shot contact with those.
Okay.
And then this is like my new favorite club. I had a 12D 58 degree, and this is actually a WedgeWorks K grind.
Yeah.
I just feel like I can hit it anywhere, and it's been really reliable. And both of them have kind of that raw finish, which has been really kind of fun. And I don't know, I feel like it makes the club face look like a little bit like easier to hit. And so I've been really happy with them. They've been like a really good scoring, just like asset and saving a few shots around for sure.
So one question I did have for you is I noticed that you have a sort of a gap wedge that's with your iron set. Was that ever a conversation with Blaine where to get a, say a 50 degree or a 48 degree Vokey wedge versus, looks like the 48 degree with your iron set? Was that a conversation that you had, or have you always kind of gone this route?
I've always had a gap wedge. I kind of like it built out in an iron set. I think I struggled to get like all the distance out of my 54, so I didn't really want to like struggle with that with the 48. But I know some people like prefer looking at a Vokey compared to an iron, so I think it's a personal preference. But I like it for now. I'm always open for whatever's gonna make my golf game better later. Maybe I'll change. Yeah.
Sure. Well, lastly here, I got to give you the chance to talk about the new putter in the bag.
Yeah,
so this is something that I don't think I've actually even seen. So what's the new putter?
Yeah, I got this one my first LPGA start this year. I had a micro blade with a little bit too much loft. So this is Scotty Hairman Catalina. With the new face insert. I was like not a big fan of inserts, so I did not think this was going to be something for me. But it's different. It's like a metal insert compared to those like softer kind of coming off the face. They got a grip I liked, and I really liked it. I just changed the weights out. It came with 20-gram weights. Tried it with 15s, liked it better. So it's been a nice little addition, and I've been happy with it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's the Circle T for tour use only, so that's kind of a nice little touch. One of those situations where the viewers watching this probably can't just go get something like that, right? So, but that's pretty cool. It kind of rounds out the bag. So obviously there's a lot of Titleist in here, and I know you're familiar and you've played Titleist in the past, but I mean, it goes to show that they make really good stuff, right?
Yeah. So, I've been happy. I'm always open to anything, but been playing Titleist a lot of my life, and I think at some point when you've been playing so long, you like looking down at a similar club. But that's been a great set. I'm happy with how it's looking for the year. For sure. Yeah. Well, Kate, we thank you for stopping in today, and of course, we also wish you the best of luck, not only this week but throughout the entire season here for the LPGA Tour. Really exciting to have you. Wearing the Second Swing logo on the hat there. So, Kate, thank you so much for coming in, and again, really cool look at the bag here. Thank you. It's been fun.